I almost want to say probably like in the 70s and 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
Like in someone's house, and then everyone's there, and just sitting on the floor, sitting on the couch, watching, smoking, drinking. It's like a cool vibe. I watched Stuart Lee in Edinburgh before, and he said that he only does rooms up to 400. He doesn't go over 400, even though he can easily sell it. He can easily sell an arena, because he's like one of the biggest comedians in the UK. But instead of doing like an arena for a week, he will do a 400 seater for 6 months. So he'll take 6 months to make the same amount of money that he can make in a week. But he chooses to do that because he said that, in his opinion, over 400 people comedy dies.
Okay.
That's that was his opinion, like.
Is his opinion that the comedy dies because now there's so many people that even if they don't get the joke, just the fact that someone else is laughing, they laugh in return?
No, just like the intimacy. It's like 400 people. There's still a level of like connecting with them, and he's like beyond that. I don't necessarily agree, because I opened for Trevor Noah at the Teatro, which is 1,800 seater. I mean, that's 4 times the size of 400. And I didn't necessarily feel that the people in the back row weren't connecting to me at all, or weren't enjoying Trevor.
Yeah.
So
and those guys were on top. I was actually going to bring it up, stuff. I was going to actually bring that up because I got here in front of me my actual ticket to that show. Yeah. I was at the Thursday night front row. I was front row when you came on. I was right in front when you came on, and then I realized that I was in the wrong seat. So I booked front row, but I didn't see that I was in row C. And then for Trevor and AKA, I was like but also in the front. But when you were there, I remember watching you like right up front.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah. Still got my ticket. But just
That's
before
so cool.
I love Trevor. He's my favorite. I know it's a cliche for people of my generation to sort of, have Trevor as their favorite. But for me, like, he exposed me to comedy, man. Right? If there wasn't Trevor, I don't think I would have been doing comedy. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I have so much admiration for Trevor, and I think also he's one of my comedy heroes. Also, just because his way of writing, man. Like, when I opened for him, and I've tried to explain this to people, but I don't think you can, like, without experiencing it. But something would happen in the news that day, and then I would stay after my set that evening and watch his show, and then he's doing like a 20-minute bit on it, but it happened like at 5 p.m. and it's like 8 o'clock and he's doing this show, and I'm like, he is literally making this stuff up on the spot, because there was no time to perform or go test this material in the clubs, or he's just literally fucking gooing, and it's coming out as pure gold. Like, it's coming out of his mouth as a bit that he's been doing for years.
Yeah.
But that's just Trevor.
Yeah, I've heard from other comics similar things from what you're saying about Trevor specifically, of how you could just give the man anything, like anything, and he'll churn through it.
Absolutely.
But particularly, just to go back to that show, I was there on the Thursday night, and apparently on the Friday night, all the people in Zeros were posting this shit, because Trevor said something about Zeros. He was making this reference to Far Away, and he said Zeros, and I swear the whole Zeros, they were like, yo, Trevor's our boy now. He knows where Zeros. People were excited. Oh my god. But just to go back to what you were saying about Dunkel Theatre, man. I think what's really nice about the place is that the lack of formalities, because like the owners are such cool people. They're just regular Owens, just normal people. It's their house. There's no formalities. Like make yourself at home. Green rooms upstairs or whatever it is. I really enjoyed it. It was my first time performing in like the theater sort of environment. And it's cool. It's more emotional, I think, because like you say, you connect with it's intimate. But yeah, there was a lot of fun. You were saying that there's some theaters that you really like. What's your favorite theater?
One of my favorite theaters is